What's up, Madden community? This is MuttGeek back with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video, and we have the Team Diamonds Part 2 promo coming into the game this Thursday, March 30th. That is in 2 days, and in this video, we're going to talk about how you can prepare for Team Diamonds Part 2 and what to expect for this promo. Real quick though, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can see my daily videos, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. We're going to set a like goal of 25 on this video. Greatly appreciate the support. So Team Diamonds 2 generally works a little bit different than the first Team Diamond promotion. If we go over to Team Diamonds and take a look at what the sets looked like in that promo, it's gonna look a little different, and we're actually going to go into the Madden Ultimate Team 21 and Madden Ultimate Team 22 so that I can show you guys. So you can see here in the 92 overall Team Diamonds, you needed an 88 to 89 overall player, and then a bunch of 87s, and then 84s and 85s. They're very specific cards that you needed in order to build those sets. The last 2 years in a row, it has not been like that for Team Diamonds Part 2. That doesn't mean it will definitely happen this year, but it's a pretty good indication that we might see something similar to the last couple years. So let's go jump into Madden Ultimate Team 22 to take a look at the Team Diamonds Part 2 sets. All right, we are in Madden 22 Ultimate Team, and you can see the interface is very different than it is for this year. We're going to go over to the Team Affinity section and go over to Team Diamonds, and let's look at Team Diamonds 1 first. So you can see that the sets are very similar to what they were this year, although there are a lot more cards required this year than there was in Madden Ultimate Team 22, but you needed very specific cards. So these were the team builder cards. There's a higher overall, an 86 overall, and then some lower overall elites and golds. Again, remember, these promos came out at the very beginning of the year. These were 90 overalls. These came out right around September last year, where the Team Diamonds 1 set for Madden 23 Ultimate Team didn't come out until like November. So that was why we got 92 overalls for the first Team Diamond promotion. If we go over to the Team Diamond 2 set, last year, this came out around like December, maybe January. So these were only 95 overall. So each card got a Team Diamond Master, a 95 overall card, where if you go into one of these stats, you needed one 91 to 92 overall player for that team, 4 89 to 90 overall players, 4 86 to 88 overalls, 5 80 to 85 overalls, and 6 75 to 79 overall players. They had to be from the team for the Team Diamond player that you wanted. If we go over to Priest Holmes here, you can see same thing. 1 91 to 92 overall player, 4 89 to 89s, 4 86 to 88s, 5 80 to 85s, and 6 75 to 79s. There was also a Team Diamond champion, which last year was Luke Kuechly. This is a 98 overall versus the rest of the 95s. Remember, this came out at a very different time of year last year than it will be this year. So I would expect the Team Diamonds that we're going to get this year are probably going to be either 98s, maybe 97s. It's possible EA could give us 99s, but I'm going to be willing to bet they're going to be 97s or 98s. I am hoping they're going to be 98 overall, since we should be making the jump to 99s for all of the promos that are coming out sometime over the next couple weeks. But EA usually has the Team Diamonds 1 overall lower than the current highest overall. So it would not surprise me if we only got 97 overalls that came out. Let's take a look at Madden Ultimate Team 21, because those were higher overalls that could be more similar to what we're about to see. All right, we are jumping back in time now in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. If we go over to our sets, and they are in a very different spot than they are now, and go over to the Team Affinity section, you can see there were 2 different Team Diamonds. The first release was 86s, 87s, 88s, and 89s. So it actually varied by player, which was interesting. But it was the same thing as Team Diamonds 1 for both this year and last year, where you needed specific players. Again, they're going to be mid elites and golds and stuff like that. But what we are more interested in is the Team Diamond Part 2, which we got 98 overalls for every single team. This promo came out much later in the year in Madden Ultimate Team 21 than it did last year. So it's going to be more similar to what we're going to be expecting to get this year. Every single team get a 98 overall. So I am expecting we probably should see 98 overalls for each team this year. Maybe 97s like I had mentioned earlier. But remember, when we got the 98s for these cards, we also had power-ups for these cards. So all of these cards could get to 99 overalls. So that's something to take into consideration as well. And there was no Team Diamond champion. Because we were getting 98s in the game for the Team Diamond Masters, there was no Team Diamond champion where you got a collectible for one of these cards and then put them into a set for a higher overall that got any team chemistry. That does not mean that EA is not going to do that this time around, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did not see a Team Diamond champion because of the fact that we're going to be getting all these higher overalls. But they could also just give us a 97 overall for each team and then a 99 overall Team Diamond champion. That wouldn't surprise me either, or we will probably get a 98 overall for each team. But if we go into one of these sets, you can see you needed a specific card for each of these sets. So for example, the Bears needed the 96 overall Team of the Year Khalil Mack, and then you needed 6 90 to 94 overall Bears players and 10 more 85 to 89 overall Bears players. So there was only one specific player that you needed for each team. There was a 96 overall Team of the Year Jesse Bates, and then again 6 90 to 94 overall Bengals players and 10 85 to 89 overall players for Willie Anderson, the Team Diamond for the Bengals. And it's literally going to be the same thing for every other card. Some cards didn't have a Team of the Year card. I think the Eagles actually was a little bit differently. I feel like there was a 95 and a 94 overall player maybe that was needed. Yeah, so there was a Donovan McNabb and Troy Vincent card because there was no Team of the Year for the Eagles. They broke it down, so you needed 2 of these cards. Actually, I think they were both 95s. I doubt there's any in the auction house. Actually, there is a 95 overall Troy Vincent, and Donovan McNabb probably also had like a 95 overall card. But then again, you needed 6 more 90 to 94s, and then 10 85 to 89. So you can see you needed 18 cards for David Akers because of that, and 17 cards for these other sets. I guess the Dez Bryant Cowboys card probably also needed 2 95s. Yeah. So now I want to go back into Madden 23 Ultimate Team and talk about how you can potentially prepare for this promo based off of the information we just talked about. So we are going to go over to the auction house and take a look at some things that you can potentially do if you want to try to prepare for this promo. Obviously, we do not know what the sets are going to look like. We will find out all of the Team Diamonds cards tomorrow on this stream for Good Morning Madden, which happens at 10:30 in the morning on Wednesday. So we'll have 1 day's notice of what the cards will be. They don't normally talk about the sets on the streams, though. So unless they do it differently tomorrow, then we will not know until the sets are live on Thursday morning at around 10:30, which is usually when the promos drop, although it wouldn't surprise me if a promo like this did not drop at that 10:30 time. We may see it later in the day also. So hopefully you have not been quick selling your lower and mid elites, because that is definitely one way you could have been potentially preparing over the last couple months. I have like 1,700 cards in my binder, and most of them are low and mid elite, so I'm hoping that those can be used for the sets. But if you're looking to buy any cards, say you are running a Dolphins theme team, which is my favorite team, and you can just go over to team and then select the quality. So 90s and 90s seem to be a popular range for cards, so you could simply just go over here and take a look at the 90 overalls. If you felt as though maybe 86s was going to be a threshold, you could go over to 86s. I would make sure to not be overpaying for any cards, because again, this is not a guaranteed way to prepare. This is just a very good idea, and if the cards don't end up panning out for you, then you can always quick sell them for training or sell them back on the auction house. But these cards are going to be required. We just don't know how much they're going to be. But normally for sets like Team Diamonds, cards prices skyrocket. So I would definitely expect the price of training to increase no matter what. You can do the same thing if you're running a Saints theme team. I mean, obviously I wouldn't go pick up all these cards right here, but I mean, getting these for 8,000, 8,100, and then leaving the rest of these might not be a bad idea. And then you can check on these again later. And then you can do the same thing with going over to 90 overalls and snagging all these for 19,000 if you want to do that. Obviously, definitely helpful with the Sugar Rush rerolls. These Sugar Rush 90 overalls are going to be pretty cheap right now. Another common one is going to be the 49ers, obviously. Same thing here. You could grab these for 20,000 or under if you wanted. Take a look at 86s, or if you want to look at 88s. Again, you don't know what the thresholds are going to be, and there's not a lot of 86s available right now, because there's no re-rolls for those. So it's almost more common for the 90 overall. So the 86s and 87s might have a higher value, or it could be 88s. Again, we don't know what these sets are going to entail. This is definitely a gamble, but definitely a gamble that I feel like will pay off. I have done stuff like this throughout Madden 23 Ultimate Team and in years past, and it always works out for me. There's very few times where I did not make out on an investment like this. Obviously, you need a lot of coins to be able to invest in something like this. But let me know what you guys are doing to prepare for Team Diamonds Part 2 coming out in 2 days. I'll definitely be stocking up on some 90 overalls, probably some 86s. I feel like 86s are kind of that threshold in the middle. I might invest in a couple 96s. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see how cheap they are going for. But let me know also who you are hoping to see for Team Diamonds Part 2 for your team. Personally, I feel like the Dolphins need a pass rusher upgrade, so would love to see Jason Taylor get the Team Diamond card for the Dolphins. If not him, Patrick Surtain has not been in the game in a couple years. He could definitely get it. Would love to see a card that we haven't seen in a long time, like Sam Madison, Zach Thomas. Those are two of my favorite players that have been in the past. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see my daily videos. And thank you for watching this video.